Do you need help with the IELTS listening test? I'm here to help you. I'm going to show you step by step my strategy, my tips, and I will let you watch me take the IELTS listening test, and I will teach you every step of the way. I will tell you everything that I know to get actually a perfect score. Let's try to do that today. Let's go. So, step number 1, what should you do when you receive your listening test? The first thing. What do you think? The first thing you should do, the same as reading, is read the title. It takes 1 second, maybe less than a second. Here our title is Job Inquiry. So you read the title and it focuses your mind on what you are about to hear. But not only that, it really narrows the vocabulary and helps your mind and your head catch the answers when you are listening. Think about it. Just like I said in the reading test, there are 500,000 English words approximately. But when you think about job inquiry or applying for a job, how many words are there? I don't know, maybe 100, 200, 1,000 maximum? So we reduced already the number of words we need. I'm about to sneeze. Woo! All right, we are ready. What do we do second? Well, first and second, you can kind of mix, but number 2, I like to then read the instructions. You can do step 1 first, step 2 first. It doesn't matter. No more than 3 words and or a number. So our answers could have a number only, a word only, or a combination of up to 3 words, but still only 1 number. Okay? And then what do we do? Step 3. Well, step 3 is actually listen to the audio instructions. So the listening test is a little bit unique. In my opinion, there are 2 sets of instructions. The paper or the computer instructions, no more than 3 words and or a number. You need to know those. But you also need to listen to the audio instructions, and those instructions tell you which questions the audio that is going to be played is about. So that's very important actually, and sometimes you might listen and skip that and not hear it. But look at this. If we don't listen to the audio test first, which questions do you think the audio will be about? The first section of audio. Probably you would guess questions 1 to 10 because it says section 1, questions 1 to 10. So there will be an audio. All these 10 questions are grouped together. Probably the audio is grouped together, right? Not necessarily. The audio might be different than how they group them physically on the writing or the computer test. So maybe they say, you now have time to listen to questions 1 through 6. And if that's true, then you want to read questions 1 through 6 before the audio plays. If you don't pay attention to that, you can have some major problems. Because let's say we didn't hear that and we read questions 1 through 10. The audio starts. We're still reading the questions. We're reading question 8 maybe, making notes. And then the audio starts and we panic. We have stress because I didn't read all of them. I still need to read. The audio starting. And when you panic and you get stressed, this can lead to all kinds of trouble. We need to be relaxed and we need to be focused during our listening test. Okay? So listen to those. If it says questions 1 to 6, read questions 1 to 6, and that's it. Then answer those and wait and read the next questions that it tells you. Okay? So I think we are ready to begin. Well, actually, since I'm teaching while doing this, they only give you a short amount of time to look at the questions before the audio begins. And that time is extremely important. This is very valuable that you make use of this time. Do not waste it. So, I don't have enough time. They will give about 30 seconds or so. I don't have enough time to teach you in 30 seconds. So I will do it now, and I will do it before each audio section, thinking about the questions before we listen, the different tips that I have, okay? So number 1, it says type of work. Well, this is a job inquiry. That doesn't really help us too much with the type of work. Could be anything. But what are the types of answers that could work in this sentence or this answer? Driving a truck. What about teaching? What about teaching exercise? There could be so many things, but the common trait there is ing. Probably some type of profession using an action word, a verb in ing. Teaching, driving, instructing. Let's see. Just think about those. Number 2, work in the branch. So it's the name of a branch, and this could be a specific name, such as IELTS with Brett branch, or it could be Brett branch, or it could be something as general as the East branch or the Northwest branch. Those are common answers. Number 3, nearest bus stop next to, well, think about that. What is a bus stop usually next to? I don't know, maybe a bank, a post office, a supermarket. So there's some generic answers that would probably fit here, but it could be a specific answer next to Brett's house. But I don't think it will be that answer. I think it will be something general, such as a bus stop, post office, bank, places we all know. Next one, number 4, the pay, an hour. Well, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's a number, it's a price tag. Okay, so this could be £5 an hour, this could be £50 an hour, this could be £2.50 an hour, or it could be £5 million, 10 an hour. It could be anything. We need a number, obviously. And look here, they already have the pound sign there, so we don't want to write that on our answer sheet. Okay, whatever is already provided for you, do not write on your answer sheet. Only write what is needed, and all that is needed is a number. So that's questions 1 through 4, and let's go ahead and do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't forget to read these little headers too. Extra benefits. All of these things, we didn't look at these and talk about these ones that don't have any answers or questions, but those are so valuable. That helps you understand where you are in the audio track, okay? So first you will get the answer here, then you will hear the mention about 12 hours per week, and then you will hear about a work permit being needed, and then you will hear about your answer for what type of branch it is. That's so helpful. These go in order, and these really help you follow with the audio. And it helps you to not stress out in case an answer comes too late or too slow. Because it happens, right? Oh, I haven't heard an answer in 30 seconds and you get stressed. Just relax. It happens sometimes. All right, number 5, extra pay when you work on, what do you think? On weekends, maybe? On Sundays? Extra pay when you work on holidays or maybe emergencies. Yeah, not many words in the English language can fit this answer. Think about that. So, by the way, extra tip. You never want to leave an answer empty on your reading test or your listening test. At least guess, at least predict, do your best, see what fits with the sentence, both grammatically and contextually, and maybe you will get it right, just like this one. There's probably only 4 or 5, maybe 10 answers maximum that would work here in all the English language. Choose one of those. Who knows? Maybe you'll get it right. In fact, I've done this with my students. I've asked them to predict the answers without listening, and you would be surprised. They get answers correct without even listening. Number 6, transport home when you work. I think when you work late, when you work overtime, when you work extra hours, something like that. 7, qualities required. This one's totally open. But look, since there's another one, this gives us a clue the type of answer they might want. Number 8, ability to. So we know because ability to that a verb must come next in the base form. Ability to read quickly. Ability to drive elderly people, for example. What about 7? Well, could be anything. Maybe it's something plus a verb. Maybe a noun plus a verb. Maybe a noun or a noun phrase. Could be anything. Qualities required. Very strong or super strength. Who knows? Number 9. But wait. Remember, we are dealing in a specific context, a job inquiry. So, always keep in mind the context. Number 9, interview arranged for Thursday at 6 p.m. That sounds like a full answer already, but what else could they add? Thursday at 6 p.m. Thursday evening at 6 p.m., right? What about the date? What if they add the date? Thursday, April 1st, which is today's date, at 6 p.m. By the way, today is April 1st. Do you know what that day means in America where I live? It's called April Fool's Day. So you say something or you do something, say it to a friend, and then they believe you and go, April Fools. But be careful. Be careful because maybe you deliver some serious news to someone and because it's April 1st, they think you are joking, but you're actually not. And they say, no, it's April Fools, I don't believe you. And you're stuck trying to say, believe me, it's true, it's true, it's true. All right. By the way, today is, well, actually, let me say that again. My second child is due to arrive any second now. So we have reached 40 weeks and even beyond that a few days. So if I leave during the middle of this test, you know where I'm going. It's because my baby is being born and I cannot wait to see if it's a boy or a girl and to see my second child. That's true. It's not an April Fool's joke. All right, last number 10, ask for Samira. Easy. What do we need after that? A last name, a surname, a family name. Okay? So I think we are ready. Let's begin.
Section 1. You will hear a man phoning to inquire about a job vacancy. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4.
Did you hear that? Questions 1 to 4, not 1 to 10.
Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 4.
Good evening, King's Restaurant.
Good evening. I'm ringing about the job I understand you have vacant.
Oh, yes.
I'd like to find out a few more details, if I may.
Yes, of course. Can I take your name?
It's Peter Chin.
OK, Peter. Well, if you want to ask about the job, and then if we're both still interested, we could arrange for you to come for an interview.
Great, thanks. I'm afraid I missed the advert for the job, but heard about it from a friend.
That's no problem at all. What would you like to know?
Well, what sort of work is it? Washing up?
It's answering the phone.
Oh, right, fine.
And not waiting at table.
That'd be good. And how many nights a week would it be?
Well, we're really only busy at the weekend.
So 2 nights?
3, actually, so it would work out at 12 hours a week.
That'd be fine. It wouldn't interfere with my studies.
Are you at the university?
Yes, first-year physics student.
Oh, right.
And because I'm not an EU national, would I need a work permit?
Yes, you would. Just get your tutor to sign it.
That wouldn't be a problem if I were to get the job. Where exactly is the restaurant?
Well, we have 2 branches. The one we're recruiting for is in Hillsdon Road.
I don't know that. How do you spell it, please?
It's HILLSDUNNE Road.
Got that. Thanks. Is it near a bus stop?
Yes, the nearest one would probably be just beside the library.
Oh, yes, I know it. That'd be fine for me. And could I ask about the pay?
We're offering £4.45 an hour.
That's very good. My last job was £3.95 an hour.
So that wasn't too bad, right? And I tried to make some notes here too for the paraphrases that they used. So number 1, type of work. We were right. It was ing answering the phone. And instead of type, they said sort of work. Those are synonyms. Number 2, the Hillsdon Road branch. They said there are 2 branches, but the one they are recruiting for, and this is a job inquiry, was the Hillsdon Road branch. Now, an interesting thing, they like to use that double L, double N. They used it here. Double L, double N. In normal English, at least in America, we never talk like that. Okay, very rarely. You will never hear me say, my name is B-R-E-T-T. No, I say, my name is B-R-T-T. But they are testing you, so that's one of the things they like. They like to say double this, double that, even with numbers. Keep that in mind. Number 3, nearest bus stop, next to, but they said beside. So if your English is good enough, you understand beside a library, next to a library, mean the same thing. Number 4, £4.45 an hour. That's exactly what they said, and there's our answer. So we're off to a good start. What do you say we continue?
Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
We feel it's pretty good, and we also offer some good fringe benefits.
Really?
Well, we give you a free dinner, so you eat well.
Right. Better than hostel food.
We certainly hope so. And we also offer extra pay for working on national holidays.
Oh, that's a really good perk, isn't it?
Yes, we think so. And then because of the difficulties of getting public transport, if you're working after 11 o'clock, we drive you home.
Oh, that's good to know.
Well, we'd certainly be interested in inviting you for an interview, if you're still interested.
Oh, yes, certainly. Could I just also ask what qualities you're looking for?
Well, for this particular job, we want a clear voice, which you obviously do have.
Thanks.
And you must be able to think quickly, you know.
Well, I hope I...
So, when could you come in for an interview? We're actually quite quiet tonight.
Sorry, I couldn't come tonight. Or tomorrow, I'm afraid. Thursday's okay. That'd be 22nd of October?
Fine. After 5 p.m.?
Yes, fine. Would 6 o'clock be okay?
Perfect. And could you bring along the names of 2 referees?
Yes, that's fine. No problem.
Good. I look forward to seeing you.
Oh, by the way, who should I ask for?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. My name is Samira Manuja.
Can you spell that, please?
Manuja.
Okay. I've got that. Thanks very much.
Look forward to seeing you later on then.
All right, that wasn't too difficult either. The toughest part there for me was writing quickly. That becomes stressful. 5 and 6 came very quickly, and they had long answers to write. So, one thing you might want to do, this is your choice, you might want to make little abbreviations because remember, after all audio, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. It's more than enough time. And so maybe you make some short notes like national instead of writing the whole word out. These are things you can do. And maybe you could write after 11 OC, and you understand when you transfer, that means o'clock. This is your choice. I don't do that because I can write pretty quickly. But one thing you can do. So instead of extra benefits, they said fringe benefits. Fringe, a word maybe you don't know. Fringe means extra or in addition, something unusual. National holidays, that was easy. Transport when you work after 11 o'clock. So I thought it would be late or overtime, but instead it was late, but specifically after 11 o'clock. And look, no more than 3 words and or a number. We have 1 word, we have 1 number, and 2 words. O'clock, that's 1 word. 7, clear voice. That's what they said. You can write a clear voice if you want. There's 3 words. Number 8, instead of ability, the noun form, they said able to, the verb form, able to think quickly. Number 9, I almost forgot to write the number. I don't know. Sometimes you lose focus, right? So Thursday, October 22nd at 6 p.m. And you want to make sure, because he talked about 5 p.m., you want to make sure that October 22nd at 5 p.m. was confirmed by her. Because what if she said at 5 p.m. on the 22nd is not okay for me, but the 23rd would work at 6 p.m. and our answer needs 6 p.m. So be careful, they trick you like that, but they didn't this time. And then number 10, we heard our surname, our last name, it was Manuja, and she spelled it out. Usually with names or difficult spellings, they will spell it for you. And we've had 2 examples already of that. Hillsdon Road, they had the double letters, and Manuja, a simple spelling. But it's one thing you might want to practice. If you are not good at hearing the letters and writing them correctly, if you confuse them sometimes, you need to practice that because you need to be able to hear the letters and write them correctly quickly. All right, so that's section 1. We will now do section 2. My name is Brett. I am an American IELTS expert and teacher. If you want any help, I am here to help you. I believe you can do that, and I want to show you how. Have a great one.